That is the Pornhub generation writing Star Wars right there.
But just like as long as you're cool and you're not on what I call cracker ass cracker shit, it shouldn't be.
God damn you, Jeff Goldblum. Fucking charming fucking guy. It's like he's the fucking greatest. I cannot not watch Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, I think Adam Driver's hot. Is nothing like that. Okay.
It's not.
I would say that EA runs their things more like a casino type,
Yeah.
but SWTOR operates more like a drug dealer. The movie is chock full of historical inaccuracy quackery just everywhere.
Quackery.
Like-
Inaccuracy quackery.
My view of Darth Vader is completely different. The idea that he was ever human, that he was ever decent, likable, lovable.
Raven, I'm laughing.
Why?
You said likable, lovable, and my brain filled out another word. I'm just like chili bowl haircut. A Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
Scotty was like, "Oh yeah, what the penis slug in space."
Yeah.
There's worse things to be dabbling in than doing a little podcast.
That's right. It's not, it's not this crystal meth I keep hearing so much about. It's not, horrible gambling debts.
Our kids can't learn if they're hungry, right? Like they can't learn if they're trying to figure out where their next meal is coming from, and that takes.
I'm not,
off
but
one of
we
the
can't
biggest
profit over it. What is it worth?
The Palpatine sex tapes.
Maybe Palpatine has a contingency plan of using birth control.
Lucas, fell ass backwards into incest writing, and unintentionally started making a plot for a somewhat trashy anime. Intentionally.
To get off Twitter because it's just so much worse than high school. Like, just, we're all here because we enjoy this. Why are you trying to make it miserable?
What do you think about the character of Bodakuna?
Which one is that one?
But Bodakuna is
The girl?
No, he's the book guy with the jetpack, and we find out.
Oh, that asshole! Oh!
So many Star Wars fans are just nutting on themselves for the Darth Vader series. I'm just like, okay, I know it's cool, but can you chill for just a moment?
Guys, I hate Kylo Ren. I'm an anti-Reylo.
You hate Kylo Ren?
I
you
hate
just
Kylo
like him?
Ren. I don't get him. Why is he evil? Can someone please explain to me why he's evil? Because he was already dark before Luke came to him. So like, what was his deal?
For the most part,
Huh?
I'm talking about Ian Jones.
I know, but a weird. How I apologize, everyone, but I thought of Forrest Gump as being Thanos. Like life is like a box of Infinity Stones. You never know what's going to get, and it just popped in my head.
Right.
It's like he has to pine for the white girl and scream her name out.
I ain't gonna lie, I would probably cry laughing if I met him in public. Like, you're like, another one. Like he's DJ Khaled.
Getting into that stuff could happen. I was a teenager and I'm a girl, so I was lame. I liked the New Kids on the Block.
He finds the computer. The computer has like the soul of a woman trapped in it, as you do.
Okay.
And
It's the same skin tone as Wendy Williams.
No. Not orange enough.
I'm sorry, when she had that stroke, that was the happiest day of my life.
It's like, who's Snoke? Where's Snoke come from? It's like, I have it. Snoke is Mutt from Creek of the Crystal Skull.
So you
Response is, are you going to talk about Sweet Home Alabama? Because I talked about the relationship between Leia and Luke in the original trilogy.
The first thing that popped in my mind was Yoda having sex. Yeah. You think he's jumping around with the fucking
Yaddle?
No. Oh wow. It is
The writer, on 2 different occasions, described shadows as being oily, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
What does it mean for a shadow to be oily?
This is Honest Cloud. I'm Eric Elliott. And if you don't know who this man is, shame on you, okay? Trying to make backstory for something that's never been established in anything I've ever heard of is like how Gungan mating customs go. Nothing, there's no book I could find where it explains that, but I'm just like,
Thank
you know what?
God.
I'm going to break this down.
I don't want a book. Like I don't want a book. That I need someone
What do you
to
want?
just an animated show. Like make
Okay,
this,
well,
to put it. I think writing a book is would be a cop out. Like I think honestly would be.
all you
It
do
would
is
be
read
late.
books. Drama with Jonathan Majors, and like you know that character is supposed to be the centerpiece of the Kang Dynasty Avengers film.
Listen here, if you're a black guy and you get let's stay home and play PlayStation for the next 10 years. I know how to be a target in certain situations, like the Ezra Miller thing.
Ezra Miller,
Yeah, that's a freaking train wreck.
Mm-hmm. And Ezra Miller's not even black.
See, now I've got headcanon that Snoke like called Palpatine whenever they had like phone calls, like would call Snoke would call Palpatine Daddy-O and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Daddy-O.
And the reason this popped in my
Every now
head,
and then he'd like dip a comb in some Pepsi and like run it through whatever hairs were on his lumpy head.
Favorite ship. Now, I'm not talking about a spaceship. This is about like shipping characters.
What the fuck you mean shipping?
Like relationship.
Oh! You go to hell.
This is actual terminology to
I'm
use
sitting here like,
online.
I'm gonna think of, I want a U-wing. I want a Malakari ship. Ooh, I need an in-class something. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I was 20 miles down the road. You know, hey, come back. We're not talking about that shit. I'm like, bitch, don't do that to me again. You got to start off relation. You knew the fuck you were doing. Ship, relationship. I'm like, you know what? You go to hell.
I did not make that face.
We're like, was that Gideon a clone? Because he doesn't have the mustache. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
in the show, but they made you think something else. They
Yes.
call that trailer trickery kind of thing.
Trickery, and I've been trickeried quite a few times.
I have a whole thing called Star Wars Smashology, and just do all the mating rituals of each and every race that we can think of.
I would like that a lot. Matter of fact, if they can find a way to make the giant turkey legs and like the big ass mythosaur horn. Oh my god! Like, I would like that.
Is the perfect person to play Lil Leia. Like,
Yes, she was great.
I got no beef with this child. That sounds weird.
Is initial indoor theme. The dun 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 dun.
That is pretty happy.
But I'm just like, that kind of rocks.
Somebody probably sampled it. They wouldn't get sued out of oblivion. Little way. I'm gonna use this little Ewok thing.
And I have no idea what it looks underneath that row. Don't ask me about the genitalia. I don't know.
Someone made Harrison Ford or Shia LaBeouf out of Play-Doh and then smushed it a little bit, you know, like, or dropped it on the carpet, face first onto the carpet, you know.
It still has like crumbs, like from when you ate chips on the clay.
Right.
Put off like Anakin does, who was definitely not justified. I don't care what you say. That was genocide. And Padme's partially racist because she cares more about human children any more than Tusken Raider children just being killed off. She's like, whatever. Yeah.
Well, maybe she got a little thing for
What?
I don't know. I was trying to have a witty comeback on that one. I lost it.
Oh, you're talking about L3.
Yeah, the sex droid he had.
Oh, what do we call her a sex droid? Like,
Well, it was Lando. He pretty
I'm
much
just
played
like, just because you smash a droid doesn't mean it's a sex droid. She was an independent droid woman.
Other than Han being jealous of the situation of like Luke wants to smash his sister. Other than that whole debacle.
Also, a lot of white nonsense. There's a lot of white nonsense in those old videos like that, man. I'm telling you, like
Yeah.
as a white guy, like we are still on that bullshit.
Can you explain Forrest Gump with Infinity Stone chocolates?
I don't know.
Here's Owen Wilson doing Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's one where he's got like 3 or 4 of them, but there's one where he's like, "Hey man, Han, I need you to stop trash talking the Force when I'm trying to teach Luke over here. I mean, you got a lot of swagger. That's why we like you."
Badass war hero who killed Nazis, so that's cool.
Complete and utter douche. I went like this to my shirt because you have to see when you see the picture, he puts it up. Just like this huge ass tie. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm quite sure it's like a mat. They pop out from the airport. Like, wait, eat right now.
His clothes just have the sauce.
Sauce.
We got super highbrow intellectual. We got to drop it down a peg. Okay. Back to the incest. It's like a sprinkle of healing crystals and a sprinkle of QAnon. Just
It was like QAnon. Like it was the seeds of QAnon. It was It was like the chia pet that would later sprout to be QAnon.
And he definitely reads as not a romantic type. He seems like kind of like hit it, quit it kind of guy.
And Jabba says it to him, you fried poor Greedo.
You
In that terrible scene. Yeah.
I think Jabba sounds like he's a crip.
ILM created an alien character to sell Star Wars and Pepsi to the audience.
Like backed up by like dialogue, a kiss, a hug. Like romantic.
R2 is definitely a bear.
And it wasn't the worst movie I ever saw, but it wasn't.
You're talking to someone that as a child watched the Cat in the Hat movie with Mike Myers. So I've seen bad. I know what bad is. A beverage that Lando consumed was hot chocolate. And I said Lando is hot chocolate.
Holiday special when I was a kid and I was really young. I was like, this doesn't seem the same. What is going on? I was so excited.
You're like more Star Wars fans.
Yes! I was like, this is great. I couldn't bring myself to say, I don't like this. But I didn't like it.
I swear to God, if you say Kylo Ren is your least favorite, I might have to there's no way he has to be your least favorite.
He is my least favorite character.
No! There's no way!
Yes. I'm against like him, Angkor Plot, OTF Festoon. Like,
you're gonna put Zero the Hutt as better than Kylo?
Yes, Zero the Hutt is better than Kylo Ren. Like, yes, I didn't say this like any of this like lightly.
I want to wrinkle head of the Emperor. I think I have a nice cranial size for it. I need a nice little weird testicle like nutsack of a head going back. But I need to be brown. I want to be brown. Don't paint the whole skin. I want that brown chef from South Park testicle head. That's what I
need. I'm going to very subtly, keep indoctrinating my audience to socialism.
Rolling full Thanos. You never know what you're going to get. I'm sorry. It just popped in my head. And now I can't stop thinking about it.
Or we can have a purple Tom Hanks.
How force sensitive would a child between Luke and Leia be?
Wait. Instead of having Infinity Gauntlet, you got the Infinity bracelets. Like, run, Thanos, run!
There's multiple examples where the movie could have balls, but it doesn't.
You may not always agree, but I have to be one of the more entertaining people to do appearances.
I think so, man. I'm still following up on that Zillow Beast theory that you have.
Luke, on the bright side, he has a deep crush on Haas.
Are they more upset that he might be bisexual than he actually kissed his sister?
Maybe by episode 50, my audience will be fully aware of what the term proletariat is.
There we go. Listen, hey, man, I'm full comrade.
This is Angry Tasty Cakes. So right on the back, I drew this lot of people's favorite line that you said on the channel is, I know I won't be doing is asking about no damn incest.
The introduction of Zora Bliss, who I should love because I love Carrie Russell. I think that costume is great.
It's kind of a beard.
Her, and it's like the most homophobic. It's like almost like a hate crime to have introduced Zora Bliss in that movie. Like I hate that I don't like Zori Bliss. I should love Zori Bliss, guys. I should love Zori Bliss, but I do not like Zori Bliss. And now I will retcon. Yeah.
That's so wrong.
And she was just there to be like, no, Poe is straight.
Anakin?
Yeah,
As an
Anakin.
Oedipus complex?
Yes, I don't think he wants to smash his mom. I'm not saying that.
An Indiana Jones show because I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan, and if there's anything I love more than Star Wars, it's Indiana Jones. Now, don't start with me with this Biker Scout because my helmet's coming soon, and it's the one helmet I've wanted.
They'll use the same exact model. They'll just reprint it and just paint over it. So you like, oh my god.
Therefore, if that's the case, Rey is part Zillo Beast.
That is insane, but I love it.
The Phantom Menace gets upset over the wrong kinds of things. Like Jesus Christ! Like as soon as like there's woman or a character of color, they're just like, see, it's all gone woke. It's all been destroyed. I'm just like, y'all are idiots. Y'all are morons.
Kiadi Mundi, for instance, had 4 wives. The dude looks like a penis, and he had 4 wives.
She gets a really bad burn on her arm. In the next movie, it's non-existent. So I'm like, seems like something a lizard would do, but healing.
There's a scene where she like chops her own arm off and grows a new one.
Yeah. Or she has to like bathe in light on a rock.
Shed her skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a weird direction for Rey to go.
You can like tap into darkness and not, like I have to. I was about to say like do communion before Sith communion.
I'm not saying that what the Empire did to the Geonosians was right. That was wrong. You should not do that.
Mm-hmm.
Genocide is never an option and never a good thing. But I kind of don't like him right now.
One where Rose has more dialogue as a Lego than in live action with the 9th movie. So, does the Star Wars universe have nutcrackers? Like, what's going on here? Like, is there a planet of nutcracker people?
Oh God, that honestly sounds terrifying.
Lizard recognize lizard. And she has a vision.
It's playing with a lot of racialized stereotypes.
Horrible.
And not only are that, there's a lot of like misplaced ones because I'm like, well, why do they have a voodoo doll? I'm like, that's Haitian. It's like, oh, it's whatever those brown people we don't understand.
So if we get the Rey movie, and either she bites onto electrical cables or she starts shedding skin, you know who it was.
Hey, right back here. You come back to Honest to Claude. You tell Eric that he was damn right.
You don't have to go door to door at houses saying, "Hey, have you thought about heading to the Dark Lord?"
Like owl. Like he just has these weird tufts and whisks on the end of his feather beard.
Right. I'm
he's kind of just like a weird portly man. Like he's kind of built like Danny DeVito. When it comes to their savages, is Crystal Skull, because like they just like crawl out of the walls and ceilings to like hunt down these white people. I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah.
And like they get slaughtered by Spalko and her team, and they're just like, It's not like they were, men, women, and children. A joke I've made about myself is like, I'm the gayest straight person you'll ever know. What year did it come out?
The original X-Wing came out in 1993.
Okay.
We're going to Electronics Boutique or Babbage's, whichever one it was, to go buy it, and then bringing it home and finding that it wouldn't run on my computer.
I'm trying to think of the appropriate terminology. Was it fat? Was it tubular?
Yeah, it was totally tubular. It was super rad.
I swear, I'm nowhere near as conspiratorial about real things than I am Star Wars. Okay, like
Well, that's okay.
I'm not a real tinfoil hat. Like, oh look, the chemtrails coming after. I'm not those kind of people.
Do you know the H2O just to add water meme? It's a show where they're like
What, the mermaids?
Yeah, the mermaids.
The Australian mermaids?
Like the Arnar, the the people, either the people that made that show did the same thing to George Lucas, or George Lucas is such a big fan of that show that Omega from Bad Batch is an homage, in fact, to the characters on H2O.
Rare. The theory poses that Snoke is Mutt Williams.
Oh.
You know what? Put that on the list, but it's only going to be the number 2 question, because the number 1 question is, what does it mean when someone's eyes darken? Okay? Because that one's the first one we need to solve about what the hell that means. And then after that, we can go on to oily shadows.
Check us out if you want to hear about me ramble about Mutt being Snoke. You go watch streaming Star Wars.
Hey, is Rey? Was she adopted by Leia?
Yeah, maybe. I don't
like,
know.
did she see that as her stepmother or like mother parent? And it's like, see, I'm like, Star Wars. Are we stumbling back into ass backwards into incest or not? Decide. Because she kissed her biological son.
Anyway.
I can't say that the next logical step is to tie that character to Snoke, because George Lucas is involved in both franchises, is like the long.
It's like Leia got stuck in the underneath the bed, the bunk in the Millennium Falcon or something. Like, you're gonna only one way to get me out. You know, like, God forbid if there's a dryer.
Palpatine didn't have a child the old-fashioned way.
Shit.
It's a clone.
I know, yeah, okay.
It's clone.
All right, done.
And
Move on.
it's
Move on. You destroyed my dream.